Thanks for joining me today. This is Laura Hopkins, and we are going to go through an Aroma Freedom technique. This is a live course, and you will be able to use this as a replay as well to be able to walk yourself through some Aroma Freedom emotional releasing. So let's get started. First things first is having a piece of paper and a pencil. Actually, the form that I have here, I will put a link to it so you can write down your thoughts, your feelings, and actually go back and look at the progress you've made. It's really a cool process. The oils that I have, I've gathered several. You can use oils that are your common everyday oils that you use, the oils that you like, and the oils that you resonate with. I have created part of the Aroma Freedom technique is a blend called the Memory Release Blend. And you do need to have this. This is the only required oil that you must have. And the Memory Release Blend, I've taken an old bottle and I have filled it with equal parts of Stress Away, lavender, and frankincense. So these three equal parts. So that means if you drop 5 drops of each one into an empty bottle and then you swirl it, that's what we're going to use for our memory release blend. Have that available and ready. And we also have oils like peppermint, valor, lemon, and then you can use these oils, lavender, frankincense, and Stress Away, all individually as well. Of course, we're using Young Living essential oils. Some additional oils that you might have on hand that are great for emotional release that you can use, and I'll just say use the oil of your choice. An oil called Abundance. I like Clarity. These are Young Living blends, of course. Valor and Freedom. Dream Catcher. Harmony. And then one of my all-time favorites is Release. And so Release oil is exceptional for releasing the negative, also releasing the positive whenever we're using it for our affirmations. So there you go. If you don't have those oils, stop right now and go get those oils and then restart the video when you have them ready. Today, we're specifically going to work on a goal in regard to cleansing. So cleansing can be especially for new people, it can seem a little overwhelming and intimidating. We've been preparing for No Regrets November and getting ready for this. So if you all would join me now and think about a goal that you have for cleansing and set a goal or what we call an intention for what you want to do today. I'm going to give you just a few seconds to write that down. What is your goal? Now that you set your goal, I want you to look at it and I want you to rate it from a 1 to 10 on how likely it is to happen. Just be honest with yourself. You don't have to show this to me. You don't show it to anybody else. Just be honest. What's the likelihood of that happening? You know you. How likely is that goal to come to pass? Now what you're going to do is in just a second, you're going to say the goal out loud. Before you do that, I want you to get an oil. You can use Clarity. You can use peppermint's a good one. Maybe lemon to just kind of awaken the mind. And you're just going to put a drop in your hand. You're going to rub your hands together. Then you're going to inhale it. You're going to let the aroma of that oil get up into your olfactory, that's your central brain, which is also where emotions are stored. And we're going to unlock maybe some underlying issues to why you're going to have some opposition mentally or emotionally to any of this goal. Okay. So right now that you've done that, I want you to say the goal out loud, and I want you to say it and listen as you're talking to the first negative thing that pops into your mind. What are you telling yourself? Why can't this happen? What are you hearing? What voice are you hearing saying this can't happen? This goal will not happen. Write it down. or just paraphrase it. Now I want you to think now how you feel. What's one word that can identify how that makes you feel? Try to be as specific as possible. You know, instead of maybe sad or angry, how about depressed or rejected? Something a little bit more specific. The feeling is one word. Now what I want you to do is just stop for a second and be, we're going to go into kind of a body scan. So whenever I like to scan my body, sometimes it's immediate. Sometimes if you don't have an immediate feeling or you're like, whoa, this is something, I feel this emotion in my body, you can practice square breathing. And that is where you just inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. Just get your body in a place of just stopping to feel. Now what I want you to do, as you feel that emotion in your body, as you've heard that negative response, notice where you feel that feeling. Is it a feeling of pressure? Is it a sensation? Is it a tightness? Is it an actual pain in your body? Is it a heaviness? Where does that emotion seem to center? Now I want you to drift to an earlier time. We're going to go back in our memory bank. It could be recently, as early as this morning, or a long time ago when you felt the same way. So get that snapshot or movie reel of that feeling when you had that same emotion, and go back to that place where you can feel it, feel that feeling in your body. Okay, now that you've got it, I want you to get that memory release blend, that combination of frankincense, lavender, and stress away. And I want you to close your eyes and focus on that snapshot of that memory, that negative feeling or that thought or that body sensation. And I want you to smell your memory release blend. If you have it pre-mixed, make sure you give it a little swirl. I want you to breathe your memory release blend into that memory. I want you to get that, or into that feeling or that sensation in your body. A lot of times when you're doing this, emotions may come up, and then they pass. They're just like a wave. Don't harbor them anymore. Don't hold on and let them just release it and let it flow. Allow the feelings to surface and pass through. If it feels like a wave of emotion, just remember ocean waves come and they might feel really intense, but then they pass. As you're breathing this oil, I want you to see what happens to that image, that picture, that movie reel in your mind, or that feeling in your body. Go back to that squared breathing if that helps you to stay focused. Are you noticing new beliefs starting to emerge? Do you feel light breaking through that memory? Is it starting to fade? Are you having some new creative ideas? Ways you can handle things differently? Or ways that you are a different person than you used to be? Is this sensation in your body easing up and releasing? Go back to your original goal, read it out loud, and rate it from 0 to 10, 1 to 10 on how likely it is to happen. Did your number change? If it's higher than an 8, great job. You can hold tight. We're going to go through this one more time. And then we'll create some affirmations for you. But maybe the number didn't get up to an 8, or maybe the number got lower than it wasn't originally. That's okay. It happens. We're going to go through these same steps again. And then we're going to create some new affirmations at the end. So as you read that goal, you've rated it. I want you to read it out loud and hear what negative thoughts come up this time. What is telling you, no, that's not going to happen? Or what is telling you, creating fear in you of why it can't happen or why you shouldn't do it? You can use a new oil now. Maybe lemon would be a good one this time, or peppermint, or release. What's that negative thought in one word? What's that negative emotion in one word? Is it fear? What's holding it back from being a higher number? And I want you to stop. Notice where you feel this in your body. That feeling, that one word. Be slow and intentional with your breaths and notice where you feel that emotion. Now drift to an earlier time. It could be recently, it could be a long time ago when you felt that same way, and find a snapshot or a movie reel of that time. Close your eyes, focus on that snapshot, be in that moment for a second while we unhinge it from our negative category emotions. Try a new oil now. You can use stress away by itself, or maybe frankincense, maybe release or inner child, peace and calming. Those are all good ones. Breathe the oil into that emotion. Ride the feeling and the emotion of the wave. Even if it gets intense, it won't stay forever. Bring it in and let it pass. Are you noticing some changes to that picture, to that image in your mind, to that feeling in your body? Is it starting to fade? Is it Is there more light coming in? Are you having some new creative ideas flowing? Go back and read your goal again. Re-rate it from 1 to 10. 10 is, it's happening right now. And 1 is never going to happen. If the number is an 8 or less, we'll redo. We'll keep moving and keep going forward. But if it is higher than an 8, then we need to move on to affirmations. What's your number? So now what we're going to do is we're going to move into a place of affirmation. And I really want you to be very intentional with your words as you recreate this affirmation. Look at your goal. Is there anything negative about that goal? Is the word want in the goal? Change it to I am, or I become, or I experience. Change it to something that is more of an action rather than a maybe that'll happen. Change your words to I am healthy and my body enjoys cleansing. How about that? change your goal from what it was to something that is moving forward, that is positive and progressive, and that recognizes the new feeling that you have. It doesn't need to be long because you need to be able to say it over and over and over again. Okay. As you create this new affirmation, it's going to express a new positive belief that now identifies where that goes along with that 9 or 10 number that you're feeling about your goal. So rewrite it, make it to something that you can repeat. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you what's called the power pose. I like to call it the praise pose instead. Just my little tweak to the AFT that Dr. Benjamin Purkis has given us. You can, great oil to breathe right now is the Believe blend, maybe transformation, maybe abundance, whatever oils that resonate with you as a encouraging, powerful, bold blend. Valor is a really good one. And what we're going to do is you're going to repeat this affirmation for 2 minutes. And then you're going to say it in the morning and at night. You're going to go over this. And it might feel strange and a little silly at first, but I can tell you that saying affirmations, words carry life and death. And having your affirmations that become very concrete into who you are is going to be very, very important in this cleansing time. Do it for at least 3 consecutive days. I think it would be great to do it all 5 days of the cleanse and maybe moving forward after that. Having, after you get done with that, you can do, your affirmations will grow and will be modified depending on what you're going through. The things that you've gone through now, in 6 months or 2 years from now are going to seem so different from what you're experiencing in the future. All right, so we're going to stand. And we are going to do the praise pose. And then you're also going to smell your oil. So I love that you can use whatever, for the most part, whatever blends or oils that you want to in this portion. But you are going to stand up. You're going to raise your arms up high. My face is out of view. And you're going to be with your feet should be shoulder width apart. You've got your arms raised. And you're going to be in a position of praise. And you're going to say your affirmation over and over again for 2 minutes. So if you're ready, I will start the clock now. Don't feel silly. Just let it go. Start the timer. And Here we go. All right, that was 2 minutes. Did that feel long? Let me tell you, as you start to practice that more and more, as you start to just own those affirmations and they start to become part of who you are and your belief system, it's not going to seem so hard. Now, we have been working on affirmations about cleansing, and the last step is to take action. And that action step, in addition to saying those affirmations throughout the phase of the cleanse, morning and night, there is make a plan and take action daily. So you have a plan. You have your 5-day nutritive cleanse products. You have the snacks. You have a list of snacks, maybe some herbal teas, some vitality oil that you want to put in your water. Whatever you need to do, you've got next week coming up when we're going to do the cleanse. And so you want to be prepared for it. So make a plan to succeed and to carry through those actions. If you have maybe any other negative ideas or things that pop up before the cleanse starts, rewatch this video, let it walk you through the process, and you'll be able to create new affirmations to kind of go along with whatever beliefs that you're battling there. I hope this has been really helpful, and I'm looking forward to hearing your success stories and how the 5-day cleanse and cleansing in general, if you prefer to go on to the cleansing trio, if you're going to be doing a different raw food feast, or if you're going to be doing the master cleanse, all of those things are wonderful. The Daniel fast, whatever you choose to do after our 5-day nutritive cleanse. But also, if you just go back to a regular diet, but make sure it's your healthy regular diet, make sure it's the best version of you to support what you just did. So I hope this has been really helpful, and that your affirmations have really are going to carry you through, and that you're going to have a lot of success with this. Feel free to ask me questions or drop any comments in the section in the notes below. Have a great day.